My friends, they are talking about revitalizing Granville Street. So here, check this out. So the year was 1994. I was walking along the streets there, totally messed up, not doing well in my life, definitely as a result of having a lot of trauma as a child. I found myself on the street in downtown Vancouver. It's been my home. Granville Street's always been my place. And I have attended Granville Street. I stopped going to Granville Street probably, I don't know. When my kid was around 10, I stopped going down unless I was going down to see a show at the Commodore. There's so much history on Granville. In 95, there was a lady by the name of Helen, and she was the executive director of the Gathering Place, a place that was there for homeless people, people in need, transient people, a great place. And as a result of that place being there, I actually probably stayed out of trouble, and as a result of that place has probably saved my life on a few occasions. When they have these talks about revitalize Granville Street. Revitalize what? It's a mess. It's a mess. I've been doing videos on Granville for weeks, and again, the news has this. Check this shit out.
We haven't had a really good year since that year with the Olympics.
Dave Kershaw has been running nightclubs.
Dave Kershaw was a dude that was a doorman when I was a doorman, and then he opened up his first nightclub, and within a year or two he had two going, and now his pants are really tight. You can see he's got two wallets in his pants, and nice guy. Actually, really, really nice. I'm just sorry, Dave, I'm bugging you, but I can remember managing the Commodore Ballroom, and him and his partner came up to the front door. They had pissed me off, so I didn't let them in that night. They're like, "We can get in because it was Pearl Jam playing." I'm like, "No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let you in. It's my club." Anyways, let's listen to what he has to say.
On Granville Street since 1996, and he says business has hit an all-time low.
It was the worst December of all time, and now the worst January of all time.
Granville Street has been a popular hub for decades. In the 50s and 60s, it was a space for shopping.
Before that, in the 30s, when Granville, the Commodore Ballroom opened, here's no one knows the history of the Commodore Ballroom. If you're actually standing on the street and you're looking up at the Granville, there's swastikas in the brickwork all over the place. It's wild, but you don't see it unless you look. And the Commodore, it was built because of a cat fight. There was two ladies who had husbands, and they all used to go from West Van and South Van. South Van now is like 70th, close to the airport. South Van, though, if you're a Vancouverite, South Van is like 4th Avenue to like 16th, and then Shaughnessy happens. So it's South Van, there's the downtown, then there's South Vancouver, and then there's Shaughnessy. But so the Commodore was built because two ladies got into a cat fight up at the Hotel Vancouver, upstairs, the ballroom. And the lady came home one night, and she's just like, "I've had enough of that, and I need you to build me a new place." So that's why the Commodore was built. Not a lot of people know that, but I do. I know lots about Granville. And it always joked, they're going to try to revitalize it.
Cafes and entertainment, given the nickname Theatre Row. By the 70s, it was transformed into a transit mall.
It was a pretty exciting, vibrant place. There was lots of stuff going on, colorful street characters, lots of...
I used to go into this place. It was called the Hotel California. And between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m., you could go in and get a beer and a steak and French fries for dinner. A beer, a steak, and French fries for dinner. And now you'll get stabbed. You'll get stabbed.
Is the city reimagined?
I'm sorry, there's the Commodores there, the Orpheum's there, the Vogue's there. There's still theaters there. Maybe he meant movie theaters. Yeah, Capital 6 is gone. They're gone. There's 2 movie theaters. There was 3 actually. One's a nightclub. One's a Mexican nightclub, and it's fucking so chachi. It's like such an ugly, when you go down Granville Street on a Friday night or Saturday night now, I kid you not, I could pull up some of my buddies' FaceTime on Facebook. On New Year's Eve, he walked down there, and you didn't see, 1 out of every 10 people was white. There was like 1,500 different colored turbans and a ton of Mexicans. Just, it blew me away. I was like, this isn't Vancouver. Where did it go?
Imagined it as a nightlife and entertainment district. In 2010, it was ground zero for Olympic fans.
The Olympics was certainly the high point for Granville Street.
No, maybe for you little city councilor, dude. I just doesn't really go out to party too much. Wong Tai, that's what his name is. I'm not sure who this gentleman is. He's got a lot of cool books, a lot of Vancouver books. There's a native artifact, and who knows who he is.
He kind of saw it as one of the big focal points towards public life.
When the big, he sounds like that dude that does the news. Today it's -4 degrees out and the wind's going with the wind chill of -12. Granville Sports, what a great place. I bought many jerseys here. It's gone. All the shops are gone. All the shops are gone. The only shops that are there now is a shitload. Like there's a store. I buy candy. I go down there. I buy a little tiny bag of candy. Check one of my videos out like 3 videos ago. I bought a little tiny bag of candy for $7 fucking. There's a Winners. There's Salvation Army. There's a thrift store that you can go in there, and there's East Indian security guards that don't speak any English that wear 2 sets of handcuffs, not just one, but 2, just in case.
Here we are at the studio. First time I came to Vancouver. First time, 17 years old, so that would have been 72 to 82 to 87. 87, 88, I came down here. And my brother and I, we watched a movie there. There used to be a movie theater. Now it's a nightclub that's always, there's no Canadians in there. I think the Canadians still just go to the Roxy.
And then the decline. Like much of the city, the area grapples with homelessness and street crime. Experts say it never bounced back from the pandemic, and people's habits have changed.
I think over time, with changing shopping patterns, changing nightlife consumption patterns, that it now kind of presents a new set of challenges.
Our mayor is out there shotgunning beers. Consumption changes. So Granville's always been known as the night spot since the mid-90s. Since I've been in Vancouver since the late 80s. Vancouver's Granville Street's always been the hot spot. It's always been the place. I'm going to do the Peterson now. It's always been the great place to go, and then you can go from the Roxy over to here, and then you can round over there, and like Jordan Peterson, God bless you. Can't get that guy out of my mind. I can't get the big words and the flashy conversations and the flashy sentences, but I don't really listen to what he says because I've got 12 steps in my life. I don't need 10 rules. Like, the guy just took the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous and rewrote them. And that's his book now. Oh, man.
For the city.
Challenges the city is trying to tackle. On Wednesday, it unveiled a proposed new vision, which includes car-free zones, outdoor and indoor entertainment spaces, higher building densities and heights, and a push for more hotels.
How come? So all the hotels now, like the Rogue, all of them they're all SROs. They're all SROs, except for a couple. And yeah, they're all SROs. It's all homelessness. And all the societies are just banking. BC Builders Group, Arteria, like it's a fucking mess. It's like, I still like get emotional about it. Like, I was down there Saturday morning and, you know, the dude just about died in front of me. Some chicks like talking about her cocaine consumption, or her consumption up her nose stuff candy every day. You know, super nice woman, but it's 12:30 in the afternoon and they're just shit bombed. When someone made the rule about drinking, like it's legal to drink outside, and you know the dudes are smoking pot. Like it's a mess. They got to tackle the crime, and they got to put that stuff to bed and get back to what's the fun's about.
The plan introduces some significant land use and development changes to the area.
A long-term plan, but business owners say they want to see improvements to the area now, and they have their own ideas.
Late night.
I bet you their ideas. Well, this guy only thinks about 2 things: his his girlfriends, I mean his wife, I think he's married and stuff, but he was quite a good looking young dude. Now he's got makeup on and wears tight jeans, and God bless, you know, I got into an argument with this guy a long time ago, and I kind of had a falling out, but you know, I don't know. I was the guy that didn't drink, right? I got sober. I stopped drinking in '96, but I went to all the venues and I met all the owners and knew all the managers, and I was one of the people that started Bar Watch. You know, he was not a component. He didn't like that, but it is what it is. Some people sail and some people sail away.
SkyTrain, clean up the open drug use, and turn Granville Street into what it's meant to be, which is an entertainment zone.
The city says its plan would include street improvements as early as this summer. It's seeking public input until February 23rd. John Hernandez, CBC News.
I like to know where this public input stuff is, because they don't put it out and post it on Global, because they don't want us going down to that city hall and talking to them about what they should do with their things, because they're too busy spending way too much money on drawing pictures of what some woke people want to do in their agenda. I just said it. I'm sorry, but I just said it. I'm a Vancouverite. My name's Andrew. I'm from Vancouver. My football number is 56, and that's why they call me Drew Cougar 56. God bless you until another day. Granville Street, it's done. The leg's been broken. You can't fix it. You got to break the ankle, and then you got to just get a new one.